So one of the next things I want to bring up, and we both kind of wrote it on here in different ways, going back to the communication, going back to knowing that this is a value of our entire team. And it's not just a value that we say, it's a value that we're like, anytime that we can support the value, we're going to. And so that means you are literally any person on our team, not just me and Abby, any person on our team is one Slack message away from needing to reschedule something, cancel something, change how their day looks. And anyone who can help make that happen makes it happen. And there are things where it's just like, even if it's inconvenient for the reason that you need this time, okay, it's not a discussion. You're just getting the time because you need it, and we will figure everything out. Part of a value that helps us live in this value, they're like values that help each other, is our value of being lighthearted. And part of that is at Boss Project, we believe that nothing is an emergency within our company. So, like, if there are actual emergencies within your life and your health or things that are just happening, those are valued more than whatever's happening in here. And our team knows that. And so I woke up with a migraine. I have texted Abby at 2 a.m. being like, by the way, I'm cramping. Like, I'm not going to see you in the morning. I'll reach back when I'm not dying. And she just knows what that means. She'll communicate to the team if she needs to. If there's like a sick dog last minute or like a sick kiddo last minute, our team just communicates with like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what I'm going to try to make. And then we just know how to handle it behind the scenes.
Imagine like treating everyone on your team like they're adults that
Yeah.
can
What a
take care of
concept.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think it's really been powerful. Not only, I mean, Emily and I practiced this for years amongst ourselves because Emily and I, for the first several years, checked in pretty much every day around the same time, first thing in the morning. And over time, we just get more clear on, like, at the end of the day, we kind of wrap up and figure out when we're going to connect next. And that's been working really well for us. But for the rest of the team, like, we have figured out the way in which we need to communicate those things.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if someone is in a situation, they can just share. And the craziest, like, I didn't anticipate how many things like this would pop up, but
Yeah.
because we have the space for it, I feel like not only is our team more open to actually sharing what's going on, but these were blips. Like, this was like it didn't really change anything. Like, we've had family members pass away, dogs pass away, dogs in accidents, dogs go missing. So many dogs have gone missing. Bizarre amount of dogs have gone missing.
And cats.
And cats.
I
You
had
know,
like two back-to-back serious health things pop up for family members of
yeah,
mine.
yeah,
One who was 5 hours away, and it was
yeah,
just an immediate, like, I'm not going to be here this week, guys.
yeah.
And I also can't talk about it. So goodbye. And Abby's going to handle it.
Yeah. And, some, like, by no means do we ever require anyone share what is
Sure.
specifically happening. But I just think you never know who's going to need it and who's going to need that level of support and what it's going to
Right.
look like or when it's going to pop up. And
Right.
is it sometimes inconvenient? Yeah. But,
Obviously,
like,
yeah.
it, but it never matters long term. As
But
I
that
think,
doesn't matter more than giving this space.
no, it
Ever.
literally doesn't.
No.
No.
And what's so funny too is like we try to even make our team live more into the life first value than sometimes they do, because we're like, take the day. And they're like, I need the distraction. Like, I'm just, this is just why my mood might be weird because this is what's going on. And we're like, okay, but if you need to take the day, take the day. They're so funny.
Like,
Okay. So the other thing I had on here, oh yeah. Okay. So just my personality, the way that like my energy and headspace can be impacted by things, I find it really beneficial to have like carve out moments to just like do a reset. And so if it's working from a coffee shop, or if it's browsing the plant store for 30, 45 minutes, getting a coffee, like leaving and getting a coffee or whatever, sitting outside on the deck to read a couple chapters and then diving back into it, our team knows and we know that me just saying like, hey, I'm going to pop out for an hour, like it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I don't ever have to explain it. But the amount of times I just need a little reset, and I know that I have the freedom and choice to be able to add things like this within my day, makes like it's so good. It's so good.
Well, but I think the thing is, the funny thing about it is like knowing that you can do it at any time. It's interesting to me how like if you were to look at like one person and
Right.
like monitor how they use their flexibility over 6 months, like the frequency in which you like actually like utilize some of these things is not as frequent as you might think. But I think that like knowing that it can be prioritized at any moment is,
Mhm.
it like gives this level of comfort, and it makes you not resistant to doing the work
Right.
in that way.
Right.